Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today is story time. I know my hair is a mess. It's just being a brat today. Anyway, so today is story time. And I'm going to be doing the story of when I accidentally drank out of a very special cup of what was a boyfriend's older brother. Because of privacy and whatnot, I am not going to be using their real names. I'm going to be using fake names. So, I'm in high school, so I know I'm in my teens. I just can't really remember how old I am. I know I was a teenager because I was in high school. So, I might have been about 15, 16, because I was like a sophomore, I think. Anyway, so I went over to my boyfriend Jonathan's house, and nobody was there. It was just us two, and we're sitting down and we're watching TV, and I'm like, hey dude, I'm kind of thirsty. And he was like, oh, okay, well, just go in the fridge, get you something to drink, don't worry about it. Showed me where the cups were located in, the cabinet. So I just grabbed the first cup I saw, and I could tell it was one of those cups that was custom made, because you could tell that the picture on the cup wasn't some stupid picture that is just slapped on a cup and it's sent worldwide or whatever. It was made specially for something, because it was a cute little girl, a picture of a cute little girl on the cup. I thought it might have been like a granddaughter or a niece or something like that. So I filled it with some sort of juice that was in the refrigerator. I think it was like apple juice or maybe fruit punch or something. And went and sat back down and watched TV. Jonathan sitting next to me. I finished off my drink, and even though I wasn't supposed to wash the dishes because I was a guest, I didn't want somebody else cleaning up after me because, well, hello, they're not my maid. So I put the cup in the sink. That way they wouldn't have to pick it up and put it in the sink. So I put it in the sink, and I went and I sat back down. And just as the show that we were watching was ending, and I don't even remember what we were watching by now, but just as it was ending, his family, his parents, and his older brother came home, and his older brother Alex goes into the kitchen. His parents go into the hallway to go to their room, and his older brother Alex comes back from the kitchen, and he's got the cup that was in the sink in his hands, and he's got an attitude. He was like, who used my cup? And everybody, his parents come from their bedroom, and everybody's looking at him, and I was like, well, what cup was it? And he showed me the cup, and he was like, this one. And I'm like, ooh, yeah, that was me. I did that. I'm sorry. And his whole attitude changed. It went from being highly annoyed and really, really upset and maybe even a little bit of ticked off to cool, calm, and collected. Just bam. He looked at me and he was like, oh, you used it? Okay, that's fine. You can use my cup anytime you want. Okay. And my boyfriend Jonathan's looking at me like, oh? And I mean, my boyfriend Jonathan's parents are looking at me like, whoa. Like, holy crap. And so I'm looking around and I'm like, would somebody explain what's going on? And my boyfriend Jonathan is like, dude, Raven, I'm his brother, and I'm not allowed to use that cup. Okay, what is so special about this stupid cup? And my boyfriend Jonathan's dad goes, that's the cup that he had made in memorial and remembrance to his daughter. His daughter? Yes. That his daughter, that person on the cup is his daughter. She passed away. Again, I'm not going to get into the story of how she passed away to respect people's privacy and also to respect the day. But the little girl on the cup had passed away, and she was pretty young when she died. And I was like, oh, okay. So, I mean, now I never used the cup again. I made sure to grab a different cup. But before, I had just grabbed the first cup that I saw. I didn't know that there was a special significance to it. And even though I had special permission to use the cup, I just decided out of respect and all that I wasn't going to do it again. So that's the story, and I hope you enjoyed it. The next time I do story time, which will be a few weeks from now, at least, I'm contemplating 2 different stories to do. I'm not sure which one to do. I'm thinking of doing either when I was lost on the biggest mountain in California, which is Mount Whitney, for 3.5 days, or a stalking story of when I was stalked by what used to be a really good friend. So comment down below which one of those stories you want to hear, and when I do my next video on story time, which will be at least a few weeks from now, I will do that story. Whichever one gets the most votes, I guess I should say. So you have the Lost on Mount Whitney for 3.5 days, or story time of when my now ex-good friend stalked me. So go ahead and comment which one you want to see down below, and whichever one has the most comments, the most votes for, is the one that I'll do the story on. They're both true. One happened a while back ago, a long time ago, several years ago, and then one happened not really that long ago. So, the story with me being lost on Mount Whitney for 3.5 days happened several years ago. I was barely in high school. I'm not even sure I was in high school. So, and then the other one, me being stalked by what used to be a really good friend, that happened about, I think I want to say about 6 years ago by now. Something like that, somewhere in there. So I'll do the story of whichever one is commented the most, that has more or less the most votes. So hope you liked my story of, using the special cup. And we'll see you next time. Gotta fly.